At ProShot, we love YouTube. And on YouTube, if you type in basketball, you can find the unusual, the weird, and the disturbing. But if you look close enough, you can find hidden basketball gems on YouTube.
Maybe you're just making excuses.
Interviews that will inspire and educate. And basketball shooting is no different. We have assembled 6 interviews from 5 All-Stars on the mental side of shooting. We hope you enjoy.
Talk to me about being a shooter. Tell me what's inside your head.
As a shooter,
is it just
your
a moment?
Your mindset is a lot different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
You see things that, as a shooter, as a scorer, that the next person might not see, or the person in the stands might not see.
Like what?
So I'm big on space.
Right.
I'm big on creating space, and I know if I get a certain amount of space, that I have a chance to put the ball in the hole. And that's a scorer's mentality.
Yeah.
And also, if you miss 2 shots, you don't think you're going to miss the 3rd shot.
And if there is 10 seconds left, give me the ball.
If it's 10 seconds left, I want the ball. I want that pressure. I want that moment.
Because you have the confidence you can put it
Because I have
there.
the confidence, but not just the confidence. I believe that if I get a shot at the rim, it's going to go in.
Doesn't always work.
Doesn't always work.
And you can come back the next night, but you want it again.
And you want it again.
And again and again.
Absolutely. But everybody doesn't have that. If you have it or you don't.
How do you tune out trash talk or heckling? I mean, how do you, kind of all this stuff going around?
You get in character. Like the game, we played the Knicks. I wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody. And, I wasn't going to say hello to Spike. I wasn't going to say hello to my man Jay-Z. I just wasn't in the mood. I didn't want to hear anything. I was in my mode, my focus. I wasn't going to let anybody break that. Basketball, a lot of times it's has to do with the emotional space that you can put yourself in. And in that particular game, I was in one of those moods. I mean, a couple of Knicks guys would come up to me during the game and say hello, as we've done in the past, and I just ignored them because I was in my zone, and I didn't want anything, outside of that taking me out of it.
And I always know why I missed it. Short, legs, long, I'm aiming it. I always can tell right away.
His technique was flawless. I wanted to make sure my technique was just as flawless.
Been down at half court and you wanted to know how, when I turn around on my jump shot, how to feel the defense. I told him you should feel the defense with your legs. Once you feel the defense with your legs, you can take advantage of that.
That was very inspiring for me.
Or I like to call it when you find your flow, when you find a rhythm. It's huge in sports. Teams have a flow and individual players have a flow. All of the things that you practice, all of the things that you developed in your muscle memory, all of the repetitions and the drills, it's just all coming together. You feel confident, you feel strong. It's just a mindset of, I'm gonna do whatever I want and you can't stop me. So you just feel like you can dominate anybody that comes at you. 3-point shots, when you're in the zone, when it's 3-point shooting, it's very dangerous for the other team. And ones, 3-pointers, block shots, those are all momentum changing type plays in basketball. And so when you get into a flow as a 3-point shooter, it boosts you up. And you almost have to be careful that you don't get too amped up and start changing your form or getting loose with your shot. So you just stay focused. It's almost like a hunter. You're searching for opportunities to go in for the kill, to go in and find another dagger.
When you were growing up, when did you realize that, geez, shooting is going to get me where I want to go?
Yeah, it didn't take very long. I've never been the most athletic guy, but it's just something I've always enjoyed. It wasn't I wasn't playing basketball to make the NBA. I played basketball because I loved it, and I loved shooting, and I just, just the part. I loved watching it. I loved watching it on TV. I loved watching it at the park. I loved playing. So, it wasn't, I just, I do it because I love it, and it turned into a job.